A pleasant Tuesday morning to you. Welcome once again to Untengle on the Bridge 99 FM. Very pleasant morning to you, Richie B and the Up and Go crew. Have you all selves a wonderful day. And thank you so very much for joining us on the bridge. For those who are always gathered on the bridge, for those who have just come on the bridge, welcome no matter when you're coming from, no matter. We just give thanks and know, say, you're there on the bridge. So morning. Want to say a very special morning to the team Untengle. And we have live inside of our studio, Mr. Christopher Gayle. Welcome.
Good morning.
Hold on. Thank you very much. Go again.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for having me.
You obviously, Christopher, I look for my CD player. But you see, but I don't care. You know, he knows that I don't care. So that tells you just where I am. And also it tells you how much I need to know. Mm-hmm. So before we start, talking about you being a self-taught software developer, let's talk a little bit about you before that. What community you're from, and tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I was born in Kingston at KPH, but I grew up in Clarendon. I spent about first 4 years of my life in Clarendon, so I'm a country boy, kind of come to town. So that's kind of my background. I went to prep school. My best friends, we still work together, so those are my business partners.
Really? From prep school?
Yeah, we've stuck together all the way.
That's good.
And we've started our businesses together, and we just collaborate and pitch in on each other's projects to push each other further. And when I got into high school,
Which one?
I went to Campion.
Okay.
So when I was at Campion around second form, I originally wanted to be a pilot, and then I discovered programming, and I stopped going outside for a number of years. And as school done, go home, sit by the computer, and just fiddle around. With
Football?
No. And funnily enough, I was on my football team up to the end of prep school. And
you stopped?
Yep.
If I was your mother, if I was your mother, I'd send you right back out the door.
Yeah. All sports ended for me as soon as I discovered programming.
Really?
Yeah, and I loved it. It was
right.
It was really interesting. I was making games, so it's entertaining, but at the same time was really challenging, and I was able to work with a team of people. We just got together online, and we just all pitched in. Some people did the art, I did code, other people did some design, and just through that, I got so much practice that when I graduated from high school, I was, looking left, looking right. What am I going to go and do? Started my first year of university. Didn't stick around
because you're too busy inside.
Right. And that was the thing, I was like, I just really want to just go home and just do this thing. So
I get you.
Yeah.
But can I just say this though? I am no technical whiz, but the little that I know, if I really had the time to sit down and work it through, I think I'd be just as fascinated, because it takes you through.
It absolutely takes you through, and because it can be used to do so much, you can find that it can serve any of your passions. So if you're really interested in music, you can develop in that direction.
Right.
You can go into that type of software.
Okay, so it says here that you particularly have a platform for the Caribbean community. Why?
Well, because we need it.
Yeah.
A lot of the tools that are available abroad aren't available to us here, and it really is a big barrier to entry. We already don't have a lot of digital literacy, so when the tools that do exist in the first world are simply not made available to us at all, and we don't have a lot of our own things, then we just get left out of the whole global movement on the internet. It opens up a lot of markets, it creates tons of opportunity, and we just don't have a true connection to it. We can consume it though, because we definitely have that side of things, but we aren't yet deeply into the productive side.
It's interesting what you said a while ago, that we can consume it, and that is the story of our lives.
Yeah.
We are excellent consumers.
Absolutely.
But are we really getting involved in the money making part of life generally? So very interesting. So can you now bring some of these what could have state of the art, or I don't know if that you call it, but it to the Caribbean? Do you have that power?
That is exactly what we're doing.
That's what you do.
Right. So our flagship platform right now is named Jamaica. In Jamaker. It's a play on the, of course, the country's name. And what that does is I tried to combine a lot of the solutions that I found that I needed for my startup, and my friends. It was all the tools that we needed to get stuff done. And instead of going to 10 different applications and having to figure out 10 different user experiences, and, it was better and cheaper if we combine it into this, cohesive platform, so that you could sign up, build a website, your team can chat in the back end, and set plans. You can manage your accounting.
So Jamaica is the
app.
And okay, so you talk about a team, and you've just been describing some of the things that you offer. Tell us in more detail, who are these people and what part of Jamaica they help to
contribute to?
Yes.
Okay, so my business partner, co-founder, Joel Christian, he is the operations manager. I suppose he makes sure I meet my deadlines.
Right, okay.
So there's also Corey Mills. He has always kind of been responsible for images and our logos. He's been an artist since we were in prep school together. So he's just developed that skill to this point.
Wow.
So he handles a lot of our aesthetics. And Warren Honeywell, he helps us from a video production perspective. So he's really into music and multimedia. So we kind of use all of our skills to make everything possible. We have to include Victoria Gregory. She's pretty much like our customer service agent. She makes sure that we have the proper brand voice. We're not too abrasive sometimes, and we're not too high in our language, I suppose, when we're communicating.
You're supposed to have the proper brand voice.
Well, I think sometimes I get technical. So
that's what you mean.
Yes, I feel like having everybody on the team who is, they have their own ways of expressing themselves.
Because you're going to be communicating with people like me.
Well, yes.
Yes. Yes. Don't afraid to say yes. Yes. And it's for me here, the more about technical jargon, it's going to turn us off.
Yes.
So I get you. All right. So while reading your bio, let me start from scratch. A tech developer. Who is a tech developer?
Well, I mean, tech is everything now, so I guess you're just a developer. As long as you're using software, not necessarily software, hardware too, but just technology, something that is quote unquote probably smart in some way, to solve problems, to create solutions for the things that you see going wrong in your environment, then I would consider you a developer. And if you specialize in using technology, then I would say you're a tech developer.
Okay, and that's how you describe yourself. So you have been creating software and applications for the past 10 years. Let's go slowly through them. So this includes Jammer, a Jamaican music app. Let's talk about Jammer.
So Jammer is probably my favorite one.
It will be mine too.
Right. I will show it to you.
Okay.
Okay, because I'm bringing it back.
Okay.
But it was my take on making a computer mix. So it's pretty similar to Apple Music or Spotify, any of the streaming platforms, but it essentially blends through music. It will use samples and stuff. And it was just the idea of having a playlist, but a playlist that plays like you're in a dance.
So if I download this app, can I single out the ones that I want to play, or do I have to play your selections?
No, man. So it's about your preferences. So even if you created your own playlist, the AI would just mix that playlist for you.
Oh.
Even if it's in sequence, it would still just, instead of necessarily finishing the whole song, you play dance already music. You kind of.
But can I program it to finish the whole song?
Well, yeah, especially probably your favorites, and it might pull them up.
Hi. That sounds good. All right, so let's go to the Jamaican version of Uber and Jamaica, a Jamaican management platform. Let's talk about that.
Well, all right. So I'll just touch on we did the Uber in 2016, and that's how we ended up with the management platform Jamaica, because we needed to manage running a Jamaican Uber
Did
system.
it work?
It worked, but it was hard to scale. It definitely worked, and we had a lot of engagement. I will say that, and I will say that it helped to put us on the map. It gave us a lot of credibility. We had to prove a lot of people wrong in a tough market, and we started pretty early. So it was a pretty great experience. But what came out of it that we're really pushing now, as I say, is the Jamaica platform, which is the management system that we ended up developing in order to coordinate ourselves. Because the issue we had was we needed to work remotely before the pandemic brought about.
I was just going to ask you about that. All right, so the pandemic put a dent in that. It must have, did it?
Well, it did, but I guess it just solidified or pivot into the management platform.
Okay, cool. All right, so we're going to be talking about Jamaica creating a space for young developers. Have you found that Jamaica is creating a space for young developers? Frankly, no. Look here, can I just say, no, him never said that. It's me and my outer other self said that.
What I will say is that Jamaica wants to. I think Jamaica has its heart is in the right place. I don't know if our actions are aligned with what we want deep down. I think
Explain.
We want to see better. We would like to. Jamaicans love to be first, the fastest, the strongest, the most innovative, the coolest, right? I think we look and we see all these things being solved around the world, especially now that everyone has a smart device basically and is able to look and see people getting over the issues that we have in Jamaica. But we don't necessarily invest in each other. We don't necessarily support each other very much. So when people come forward with solutions, there tends to be a lot of skepticism, and skepticism from all levels. Skepticism from the consumers, yes, but that's very normal, and that's a lot of people. But there's also a lot of skepticism from the, I guess, bureaucrats, skepticism from investors, from banks. So where can a small business get financing to get off the ground? So we don't have a lot of that infrastructure clearly in place to help incubate and nurture startups. So what you'll find is that those who make it out are scarred if you talk to any of them. It's hard to build any business in Jamaica.
Even with technology being the way to go, even with the fact that this is how we operate now, and even also the fact that we're pushing out so many students, so many graduates who are doing this.
But most of our graduates, migrate, especially in this job market. And if we are not encouraging, people would love to start business here, right? And grow them, but there's a concern for safety depending on the type of business. In digital business, you have a little bit more distance from that type of issue, but at the same time, you don't necessarily get as I said, the support that you need from the powers that be sometimes.
Well, your mother trained you so well. Mine tried, but what's it now? So, let me just say this though. I find that very strange because as someone who is not in your generation at all, not from a generation that savvy technologically, I have found that if there is something that needs to be done, let us say somebody is going to do some work on a space that I'm in, and I want to know exactly what is the state-of-the-art way to do it. Not that I can afford it, I also want to know, right? If I want to know these things. It would be nice to have an experienced person come and line it up for me. But that's what my experience has taught me. My experience has taught me that is young people with businesses like yours who can help me there.
That that is true. I agree. And but a lot of young businesses don't survive long enough to be able to be around to
That's a
provide.
pity.
Yes,
That's
yes,
such a pity.
it is. It is. But at the same time, the market is how the market is. So as a participant in the market, I can't necessarily only complain. I have to adapt. I have
So
to.
you find that you're more encouraged to work with big businesses, or are we encouraged to be consumers?
We are definitely, there's some things that I have issues with, such as a lot of the social media platforms are zero rated, but can a Jamaican developer have their application zero rated to serve the same community? That doesn't really seem very achievable. And the access to payment processors is also a steep hurdle for most startups. Abroad, you'd be able to set up systems that don't charge you upfront fees per month, they charge you per transaction. Whereas in Jamaica, you have to pay monthly fees that most small businesses or ideas simply can't justify, especially before they've gained any traction. So
And let me ask you this though: where do you think we should be heading as opposed to there?
I think we need to solve these structural issues. If we don't solve them, then we're asking, innovators to try to. We're setting them up to fail. And I do believe there is momentum to change it, though. I think people have tried. So I do see, a lot of the young entrepreneurs still pushing. Some have had to pivot, go get jobs, figure it out, go abroad, come back. But I think the passion to solve the problem is ultimately what's going to define an entrepreneur. So they're going to try and stay in the game. But I feel like if we as a country want to get, to benefit from those innovations, we would kind of just need to encourage them a bit more.
All
Not just
right.
with our statements, but with our actions.
Let's talk about your software company, Gizzada.
Yes.
Tell us about it and how have you been able to stay above water?
So we've had to make very good software.
That's number one.
That's number one.
Yes.
In there's a lot of skepticism, so you have to deliver things that impress people, that get them to recommend you. So that's been one of my primary focuses. People often criticize me for not marketing enough, but I always say I focus on making the things first, because that's really what's going to matter. If they experience something they don't like, then it will be a worse judgment for you. So, one, focusing on the quality of the software. Two, creating independent solutions to help build the brand, and also just create more sustainability in the business, because an agency can be profitable, but it's still time based. It doesn't necessarily allow you to scale as quickly as we would want to be able to bring on more and more staff. So we just had to be pretty innovative, solve stuff for as many clients as we possibly can, and we've survived basically on recommendations.
Okay,
and-
yeah.
and
That's what I
everything.
notice has been happening, especially with people who have young people who have businesses. A lot of you seem to be surviving off recommendation. And may I just add though that those of us who, yes, I would sit down and talk to Christopher for hours, but those of us who do business for whatever reason, we really have to be intentional about employing youngsters, intentional about looking at some young businesses, and really at least try them out.
Right, and thank you for saying that. Because it reminds me of there's a lot of resistance because change threatens people's businesses sometimes. I think that if someone is entering your industry with an innovative idea, maybe it would be good to work with them. Like they're trying something new, see if you can collaborate with them, invest in them. Don't ignore them, don't discourage them. the solution is ultimately going to make the whole space better, even if they figure it out and you can make a copy of it later down the road and you both can exist in the market. Nurture the space. Don't try to starve people out. Don't try to ignore the potential. Encourage the young entrepreneurs and work with them. Bring them on your teams, you know. Allow them to innovate and add value, because ultimately that's why we're all working. We want to feel like we're adding
Absolutely. Value. You know, what should I put? A motivational speaker that I listen to sometimes on YouTube said, I think it was yesterday, he said that sometimes we need to do something that we have never done before. And as soon as he said so, my challenge technologically just poops, and then here you are. So it's really nice meeting you. It's really nice talking to you. And I know that you're young and most of the people around you know, are savvy. Do you cater to people who are not savvy?
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, savvy is relative.
That is true. I mean, no, let me tell you what I mean. Step one, turn the computer on.
Yeah, man, we definitely cater to that. And as a matter of fact, that is what our platform Jamaica is all about.
Okay.
It is to stop you from having to figure out 100 different tools and not get the, on-hand guidance. Like, we're here, we're in Jamaica, and we're making it possible for you to do all of these things that you need to do digitally. So if you visit our website, you'll see a list of all the tools. You'll see some examples of the things that we've made.
Okay.
And, you can give it a shot and give us a call, and we will be glad to help.
This sounds, I don't know what you offer, but just the way how you present yourself, what you think, public, of course, give him a try, especially since it caters to people who, not savvy in the most basic sense of the word. Wonderful talking to you, Christopher.
Thank you so
I
much.
really hope yourself and your team do well, because you're the kind of team that will make us so proud to be Jamaican.
Yeah, I think so. And I think what we will bring to the table will just help people to live a better life.
Simpler.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Wonderful talking to you.
Thank you so
and
much.
again, all the best. So, wow. It's now 11:37. We've been 7 minutes over, but that's never my fault. So, I'm going to take a break. Okay, so, Beau-Regard, you hearing me now?
Yes, Mama Kelly, loud and clear now.
All right.
I thought I was going crazy for a second there.
No, it just I tell you, the greatest thing is to know, a very minor issue created that. But this ever happened to you? Sometimes you're spraying something, right? I know this sounds very cynical, but you're spraying something and it not spray. And you say, all right, put it in your eye. And then you start with spray. You say, yeah, man, me know, man. Yeah. So a while ago when you weren't hearing me, hear me now, I'm going to start sing. And to me can't sing, I bet him start to hear me.
All right, how everything work out.
You understand me? You understand me?
I'm telling you. I just the powers here, Mama Kelly.
True,
Yeah, man.
So you good?
Yes, I'm great. Actually, Mama Kelly, it's raining, it's pouring right now. After a weekend like this, New York City, I will wash off.
Wow.
Yeah,
nice.
man, we will wash off after the Labor Day weekend. It was a great weekend. The weather was absolutely wonderful. Rain did not start until last night, and now it's pouring here in the tri-state area. But we give thanks that we had a great weather over the weekend, because, everybody was out and about celebrating the Labor Day weekend. All nationalities, all islands, all countries, all the flags were out and about. And plus, it was the return of the West Indian Day Parade here in New York City, so that was a
How
big
was that?
thing. That was great. I actually did not get to attend Mama Kelly, but from social media and seeing everybody posting their videos, I just knew that it was a success, and everybody had fun.
No incidents, right?
I have not heard of any incidents as of yet.
Okay, hopefully there was none, because sometimes that mars the occasion. Yeah, for real.
Yeah, man. But it was a good thing to see the trucks and the costumes and the culture, the music, the people, the food. Everybody was out and about doing so many things. So it was a great vibe over the weekend.
Well, it's amazing how connected we really are in terms of the diaspora in the States and us here in Jamaica, because we've been hearing more about what you guys were doing over the weekend than what we were doing. So trust me, no, seriously. Yep.
Wow. Well, so it was a silent weekend in Jamaica then?
not you can't ask me. I mean, people they do them thing.
I do them thing.
Yes,
right?
but to be in my space, the phone just keep ringing because most of my family and friends are your side. So we're gonna find out where them a cook and boy them wish them did have more breadfruit and if me can't carry up some the next time me come and just pair them thing there. So these are normal conversations, but even more it's heightened on a weekend like last weekend.
And one of the big things that took place over the weekend, and I must send a big shout out to all people from Trinidad and Tobago, was an event that was kept in the Barclays Center in Brooklyn last night, and it was headlined by Machel Montano.
Really?
And friends, it was 40 years of Machel Montano. That was what the celebration was about. And
wow.
Mama Kelly, me I tell you, when the man ram out Barclays Stadium,
nice.
He ram out Barclays Stadium. Now, I'm not talking about just a section of the stadium where they normally give for concerts like these. I'm talking about looking in the stadium from the videos that I saw. The whole stadium was used and the whole thing was rammed.
Beautiful.
So it was a good look. It was
Beautiful.
a good look.
Nice.
Very, very good look. And while other people were celebrating, not everybody was celebrating Mama Kelly because there was a situation that happened on Friday and it involved a young girl. She's only 17 years old. Her name is Shantasia O'Brien. She was shot in the back on Friday in Rosedale in Queens while sitting in a car with two other people in the vehicle with her. Right now they're saying that a 15-year-old boy has been arrested for the shooting. Unfortunately, she died.
Oh my goodness.
So. And I'm hearing that she had just came back from college just for the weekend.
Oh my goodness.
So it's a sad situation.
You're talking about sad situations. One of the videos that was really doing the rounds here in Jamaica is this video with a man who, I don't know if, you have it? You have you want me to send it to you? All right, I'm going to send it to Vaughn, just in case you didn't see it. I'm going to send it to you, and I'm going to let you watch it, and then you can tell me your thoughts. But it was pretty frightening, actually.
Is it the one of the young boy? Well, he looked like a young boy saying what he's going to do to kids and things of that nature.
Yeah, but him no young boy. Beau-Regard.
Okay. Him look like.
It's the same video you're talking though.
Okay.
But him not is a young man.
Okay.
But he's a big enough man. But from I saw so you saw the video, right?
Yes.
So we don't have to repeat it because I didn't really want to repeat it.
Yes.
But from I saw the video, I realized that there was something wrong mentally. Because the unfortunate thing is that people who are of sound mind would not let us hear that side of them.
No.
Unfortunately, those are the ones who will be very, very quiet about what they're doing. So from the fact that he came out saying that, it was like a sign that he wasn't well mentally.
And that is what I also got from the video, that he wasn't sound in the mind, as you said. And, a lot of people are commenting on the post that I saw, saying that, how come they haven't gone to look for him yet? And hopefully he's not going to act out on what he's saying on social media, because here in the United States, if you make threats like those on social media, the police will show up at your door.
No, but all weekend long, the police were asking for anybody who have information on the whereabouts of this man. So the police was very vigilant about it, and they actually located the man. Okay. So that's the update. The police have located the man who was seen in the video, and the man seen in the TikTok video who threatened to drive around the town and abduct women and children, he is being questioned by the police now. But head of the Manchester Police Division, Shane McCullough, superintendent, says the man has been displaying signs of mental health challenges. And as such, the health ministry has been consulted to provide assistance. So our suspicions were right, And it just, mental health is just so difficult to deal with. Because when I looked at the man, he didn't look like the kind of man who would be saying that.
Right. Yes. But that's the thing, Mama Kelly. You don't know what people are thinking. You see someone's face, but you don't know what's going on in their head.
You better believe that. And the first thing that came to me is that the fact that he's saying it, whether he's mentally ill or not, the fact that he's saying it means that it is a part of his narrative somehow, whether it's real or imagined. and it's frightening even if it's imagined.
Right. You know, Mama Kelly, speaking of people of sound mind, there's a case that's going on here in the United States. Well, it happened already, and it didn't become really a big case, but it's something that I also want to highlight, and it's my Positively Irie on my show today here on Irie Jam Radio, where a black pastor was arrested while watering a garden.
I saw that. I saw that. What them charge him for?
Them charge him. What did they charge him for? I guess this disorderly conduct and something, but they dropped the charges afterwards because the man was basically watering his neighbor's plants, which they had asked him to do while they were away. And then one of the other neighbors now show up, call the police, and say somebody's over there in the neighbor's yard or whatever the case may be. After the police came, she came out now and said that she was the one that called the cops. And the man lived right across the street. How come she did not know that was him, the pastor? Maybe he's the only black person on the block for her to even call the police.
Well, there's your issue right there.
You know? So it's a crazy situation.
It happens though, you know. You know it happens because I remember in my neighborhood, right? There's a gentleman who was telling me, I didn't know about it, but a gentleman who lives in my neighborhood was telling me that he got locked out of his house. And in attempting to to break into his own house, this neighbor, just like you said, don't know how she don't know said the man house, call police and the come police. The man of yours said, Bridget, I am living now. You understand me? So it does happen, and it can happen. Well, in this case, it was innocent. In your case, you never know where to believe that side offense there.
This is America.
That's America, for real. True, man.
Yeah, so it was a wonderful weekend overall, Mama Kelly. You know what else I did this weekend, Mama Kelly?
What?
I changed my Instagram name.
I noticed. what it name? What is the new name? We noticed it, you know.
So every so often I would change my name, maybe every couple of years or something like that. Or when I notice or feel like, you know, it's time now for me to, you know, switch up the name or something like that. So here I was wondering what I'm going to change it to now. I came up with a few things. I was like, I am Killaboo.
Everybody, I am Smaddy.
I look for myself and say, yeah, they don't know say you Killaboo.
You're stressing for.
Because I'm trying to incorporate a couple of things now. We don't know if we go with Beau-Regard or incorporate Mr. Corporate in it. And I'll come up with who that Killaboo.
Look here, you should have done that one that make I did with love the whole weekend.
Then the thing about that name now, Mama Kelly, I say, you know, my friend, them, you know, want them come look for me and say, idiot killer.
No, that's tempting. No, trust me, that one will be tempting. You just set up yourself in that.
Yeah, but no, so then I was like, after going through a couple of them, and I actually write these things on the gram while trying to, it's not like me write them down first, Mama Kelly, and say me, I go see which one I go with. I was actually changing it on the Instagram, so I would save it, and then it would be up there for 2 minutes, then I said, no, take down that. So eventually, I just came up with, it's just Killaboo.
I didn't mind that. I noticed it, and I didn't mind it at all. But that is because we never hear the one them before. Trust me.
I even went back to just Killaboo, Killaboo, and that name was gone. I said, who this name Killaboo? I'm being alone for after the end right now. Some people are trying to take my name.
Up to them.
So right now, it's just Killaboo. ITSJUSKILLABOO on Instagram.
Let me tell you how I saw it. You put up the story with us interviewing Cockatee,
yes.
Right? So, hear me to myself, then I who this? But then when me look good, me say, are you?
Yeah.
You see that, man.
Just it's kind of simple, you know, and sometimes people will search for the thing and them can't find it. So it's just Killaboo for those of you out there.
Right. Be glad you never do the I am. Everybody is I am.
Yeah.
Oh, before we take the break, want our Jamaicans foreign to remember that we're celebrating Miss Lou's birthday tomorrow. She born on the 7th of September 1919. So we started our celebration here at Untengle. We did a little thing about her, reminding the people about who Miss Lou is, and then we played one of her poems. So, but tomorrow is the real day. So for all of us who come from Jamaica, who grew up with Miss Lou and Ring Ding, you know, we just have to honor this great woman and hope to God that someday soon the government make her a national hero.
True indeed, true indeed. I'm so happy that, you know, I was here to witness some of her greatness while she was still here. So
right,
you know,
you remember Ring Ding?
Yes, man.
Oh, you mean my clapper? I remember when we were in high school, you know, that was the thing. Anytime somebody crack a salt joke, everybody clap him.
Wow.
Boy. So we're going to take a break, and then it's G-Whizz, right?
Yes.
All right, cool.
All right.
My life so happy.
My life soon happy. My life soon sort out. His name is G-Whizz. He's live inside the studios of Irie Jam Radio. And we are connected to the Bridge 99 FM in Jamaica with Mama Elise. Mama Elise, the artist, is here.
I'm seeing him.
Welcome, Virgin. Welcome.
Mama, what go on?
Looking really good. Nice.
Yeah, man. We're enjoying the process.
Nice. I love that.
Great to have you, my brother. Finally.
Yeah, we're here in the Bridge Studio. You know, the NYC edition. You don't know when we're there, yeah, we got Bridge Studio.
Yeah.
When we're there, brother, Bridge Studio. Whole global.
Welcome, Virgin. Welcome. Thank you for being here, man.
Yeah.
This song playing in the background.
Yeah.
This is where everything started.
Right. This is 2009.
Tell about it.
All right. So, I always want voice for TJ. Me always link him and say, yo, TJ, record me now, bro. You know, that me number about it, and TJ I say, next time, man, next time. You give me 1 million next time. Until him finally call me one day, I say, yo, me have a rhythm. Forward I studio, Vibe Cartel is already on the rhythm. I fastest me ever reach I studio, man. You see me, I say, I hear the rhythm, man, pick it up, and yo, me just put my all in that song, the man. For the years we are struggling in our music business, we just say, me life so sad out, so me not worry. I'm putting the energy in it, you know?
Wow, you certainly did.
Yeah, man.
But you know, as I hear you say, go ahead, Beau-Regard, you go ahead.
Well, I was going to follow up on that, what he was saying. Now, at that time when you say you run to the studio and Vibes Cartel is already there on the rhythm. Them time the cartel that dominate the place.
I tell you.
That dominate the place.
Yeah.
What was it like at that time as a young artist?
Alright, them time it was all about the Gully and Gaza war, you know. if you remember it, 2009, big Gully and Gaza war. So me just step out of the box and do a song and just motivate the people, and you know what I mean. I was very happy when it started kick off. Me started hear it on the radio every day. You see me I say, and that's when I realized, wow, this look like a hit, you know. You see me I say?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Well, trust and believe that song did a lot. It did a lot for a lot of people.
Right.
You know, it was one of those go-to songs where people, you know, people down and out, them a try. They don't feel like giving up. Them no want quit. That was a song on a lot of people's minds. You know, my life soon start out.
Yeah, man. Definitely.
Yeah. Remember that one vividly, Beau-Regard. Remember, you know, yeah. And one of the things that I remember about G-Whizz, just a day when you kept saying, you know, Mama Kelly, we're going to interview G-Whizz. You know, the things that just kept coming back to me. I remember G-Whizz as a cool spirit. You know, yeah, man. You know, all doing in the dance hall and, you know, the thing up. Him did just cool and nice. You still cool and nice?
Still is, Mama, because I don't know, we keep that energy there, you know. From the get-go, you know what I mean? The music for me is still the same, inspirational, positive. And you don't know, we just easy going, calm, humble, and just push the music, you know what I mean?
Right. All right. Our listeners, particularly listeners like me, would like to know just a little bit about your background, how you came into music, how you started singing, what was your inspiration?
Yeah. All right, so we grew up with a big family. We have like several family members. You don't know, and we grew up humble and everything. So we do the primary school, and I fell in love with the music in high school. So I went ahead and joined the high school choir. So we used to compete against a lot of other schools, and like the festival competition and everything there. So we leave high school now, graduate, and going at the 9 to 5, because as a youth we didn't want money in our pocket. So we got 9 to 5 and got put in some work, but we never ever left out the music. So during that time, we used to enter a TST talent contest. anywhere I could enter a talent contest, me just go do that and build the skills until we get the break, you know.
Right. Okay, great.
Getting the break. How did you eventually get the break? What were you doing before, you know, trying to promote yourself, trying to promote your music?
Yeah, so before Rafi big up Sharon Burke and Richard from them time, the digital one. Well, she used to put me on a lot of stuff. So fully loaded, some B-Mobile school tour, some college tour, and anywhere in our community, I could get to perform. I used to do that, and I'm used to take the time out to enter talent contest by myself to get the exposure. So a whole heap of grinding, man, coming up, just doing everything I could do to get noticed and to reach out to people, you know what I mean?
Did you find yourself like one of those people who had to, you know, approach selectors and radio personnel to, you know, say, listen, that song is bad, I want to know, you know, get a spit?
Yeah, man. Every little dance I keep, we go there with them time there. A CD and sometimes cassette. You see me? So we go there and try to reach out. And the interview that I was doing, Cable View TV, me never forgot, with Stacey. That's the interview I went on when I was discovered by my manager, you know what I mean, at the time. So him did a watch, and after me finish, him call the station and like, yo, who is that artist? I need him link. So the station called me and said, yo, there's somebody interested in you. I will make the link, and him start shoot up a whole heap of music video for me, start investing in my career and get me some airplay, and that's where it all began, you know what I mean?
Nice.
So prior to your new album, Just Winning, what have you been doing for the last probably 5 years thereabout?
Yeah, so a lot of people say, yo, them know about G-Whizz and stuff, especially in Jamaica, but you don't know the world big enough, mama. So we always out there. I do the thing. Right before the pandemic, my last big show was in Germany at the Reggae Jam Festival. So G-Whizz was there and I did my thing, and you don't know, we do Japan and a whole heap of state in America and stuff like that. So we always do the music until it was time to do the album, you know what I mean? So we put this nice album together and it named Just Winning, and that's where we're at right now.
Hold on, before we get to the album, how did you handle the COVID? What kind of, did you make any progress during the COVID? Was it a setback? Just how was your experience? Yeah,
COVID now, when COVID came in, you don't know, the whole place locked down. We just know, say, we just stay home and go and build on the craft. So a lot of recording went in that time. A lot of, you know what I mean, self-searching and just, you know what I mean, staying stable mentally, you see me I say, and that's what I did, you know what I mean?
Nice. I love how you say staying stable mentally, because, you know, seriously, because COVID really, you know, challenged us mentally. Right.
It's something that, you know what I mean, the nowadays world has never seen, so a lot of people lost them way, and during that time, you know what I mean?
Right. You said a while ago the world is big, and let me come back to that, because us here in Jamaica sometimes we feel, say, if we not here, we nothing not go on, and the world is indeed big. Tell us some of the things that can happen. I'm not saying without us, but outside of Jamaica for an artist.
Yeah, man. That's where most of it happened for me. You know what I mean? From my standpoint, and I believe that Jamaica is so much and no more, you know what I mean? Because we govern the 14 parishes them at Jamaica already. Every crevice and corner, you see me I say? So for artists to be able to make money and spread the wings, you don't know, you have to look to the world. Big up Japan. We have a big fan base over there. Them not talk English, but them sing English. You see me I say? And actually I had an album exclusively to Japan only. You see me I say? Yeah, man. That album was called Live Life and Love It. And it did well over there, and I went over there, did a 1.5 month tour and stuff like that. Yeah, man. And then now this is my first worldwide album, you know.
How did that album just come to be released only in Japan?
Yeah, cause at the time, the career was, you know what I mean, going great, and some Japanese fly down on Jamaica and say, yo, we like you song, we want to bring you to Japan, you know. You know, we want to, you know what I mean? And then I actually recorded about 3 songs for them, and then we compiled some other songs that I had and put the album together, and it went well over there, and I went over there, you know.
Nice. The market is very big in Japan, you know.
Very big, and I tell you, them like the culture differently. Yeah. So I always tell artists, you know, yo, try to keep the culture in our music, because that has power in the world, you know what I mean?
You know, Mama Kelly, true am talking of it. I've been to Japan before. I've been there once.
Okay.
And when I went there, I was taken to the Tower Records.
Tower Records.
By Yardbeat. So
yeah, big record shop over there.
Yeah, them still sell records. They still sell 45s.
Authentic stuff.
And things of that nature when it comes to the music. But one of the things that amazed me at the time was the fact that Yardbeat, they were putting out their mix CDs. And they were selling them like albums in this big record store.
Right.
Whereas, you know, over here or anywhere else, you might see somebody selling a mix CD and they're doing it on the street or, you know, hand to hand.
Yeah.
These record stores in Japan, they actually took these mix CDs and labeled them as albums and were selling them properly, like him said.
Cause that's the thing with Japan, mama, and them like the authentic stuff, you know what I mean?
Right.
Them not like you just go give them a CD with marker right on it, say G-Whizz. Them prefer you print up some proper stuff and then pull it out like plastic and support the thing, you know?
Yeah, but they're the same people who understand the value of vinyl.
Yes, man.
Yes. You know, you said the market is big, and that's another thing I think we need to understand, especially in this business. As powerful as we are here in Jamaica, we're an island. But when someone takes on your music that is from a continent, then we really start to appreciate the value of sales and fan base and that kind of thing. Has that been your experience?
Yeah, man, because, when I get like my royalty statements and stuff like that, you know, it's from those people, you know what I mean? People that's buying the music and stuff from out there in the world, you know what I mean?
Right.
Nice. Moving to this new album now, Just Winning.
Yeah, Just Winning!
It's out now, right?
Excitement for the album. Yo, out no.
On all major platforms.
Yeah.
What would you say is the difference in this album versus your previous album? How much would you say you have grown?
Yeah, alright. The previous album now for Japan was more like a compilation of songs, you know what I mean? So songs that were already recorded, we compiled together and made an album. But this album, Just Winning, are pure new songs, you know what I mean? New. So you have like 16 tracks on the album, which includes 4 collaboration. Yeah, and that's different. And with this album now, me get a chance to curve it, you know what I mean, in the direction that I wanted and put the type of songs that I wanted on it, you know?
Some of the people that you worked with on this album are?
Yeah, in terms of producers, you have Digital One, you have Famzos, you have people like, who again? Huh? Yeah, Super Hype, you don't know. And in terms of collaboration, we have who's the king of dancehall?
Doctor.
Yeah.
I saw that on the album, so I couldn't say no other name.
Yeah. You know what I mean? We have the king of dancehall on the album, you know. Zaga Zow. You see me I say, hey, we have some Mali blood on the album, you know. That are Julian Mali, you know. You don't know when a Mali record for a big thing that, you know, bro. You see me I say, so big up Julian Mali. Yeah. We have one of the greatest female vocalists on the album that are IKEA, you know. When you talk about voices, you know, you have to talk about IKEA, you know. And then we have Jesse Royal on the album. Big collab.
I love that one.
Yeah, man.
Love that one. You mentioned earlier about curbing it and going in the direction that you want it to go. What's that direction?
Yeah, so, you know, I had the chance to, you know what I mean, explore more with the music. You know, so we have some Afrobeat on the music. We have some real authentic reggae on the music, authentic dancehall. You see me I say a little pop vibe. So it's a nice range of sounds. You know, we just make the music lead us. You know what I mean, on this album, and it turned out great.
That song Mama Kelly just said she like. I also like that song, the one with Jesse Royal.
Yeah, man, timeless
but
music.
You also mentioned that there's some Afrobeat vibe on the album, which was She Violate.
Yeah, you know where you're going. She Violate.
Yeah. How she violate, Reggie? You don't want to get into your business, you know. How she violate?
Yo, me say she violate. Wicked, man. Wicked. That's why I have to say, wicked girl. You see me I say, but this song is a nice song in the man. It talk about, you know, you did everything for the Empress and the Empress violate, you know what I mean? Wow. And although she violate, me have a part in her song where say, but me still not gonna hurt you, girl. Don't it hurt? Me still not gonna hurt you. You see me I say, so at the same time we are push no violence against women. You know what I mean?
Let's talk about that. Because you're known for pushing no violence against women. You've been going into schools in Jamaica
Right.
and pushing that kind of energy. How is that going? Or how did it go?
Yeah, man, from day one, you don't know we stand for certain things. So you find that this the high school them always call upon with the colleges them and corporate Jamaica because them know when them book a G-Whizz to come perform, they not have to worry about stuff where G-Whizz are gonna do and say. You know what I mean? For damage them brand. You see me I say, yeah man, so there was a no violence against women tour that I actually went on, and you know what I mean, we just push the messages because I 7 sisters me have, you know, Mama Elise. You see me I say 7 of them, you know. And me have a wife too, so you don't know.
And you have daughters?
I have 2 sons, you know what I mean?
Okay. Nice. I love energy. That's the kind of energy I love with a G-Whizz, you know, because I get the feeling that although you're a staunch dancehall artist, you really have a social conscience, and we love that because you need that.
You know what I mean? We try to keep that balance, especially in today's world. I am that positive energy balance. You see me I say? Yeah.
Well, we're gonna have to take a commercial break, Mama Kelly. But when we come back, we'll have some more questions for G-Whizz. His name is G-Whizz. He's live
Irie
inside
Jam. We tell
the
them.
Irie Jam Radio Studios. And we're connected to the Bridge 99 FM with the Queen Mother, Mama Elise Kelly.
Whoop, whoop.
This one is called Live Life, Mama Kelly. And
Look
this
here.
is the combination with Jesse Royal, the one where you say you love.
You sent me a copy. You sent me about 4 songs. You remember
Yes.
last week we were talking to Coco T, and I kept saying to Coco T that we need some happy songs. You see this tune here with G-Whizz and Jesse Royal tick all the boxes. All the boxes. It makes you feel happy, and I don't think it could have come at a better time than now. The lyrics to that song. So we just want to say, G-Whizz, keep up. I will be pushing that one.
Yeah, that is it, Mama. Cause guess what? Yeah, it all come back to energy, as you say. Right now, the whole world upside down, you know. You know what I mean? People feel like if they don't have certain things and they certain level, them not value them life. You know what I mean? But most of the things where that are the most valuable, you know, include money.
It right
You
in
see
front of you.
Yeah, so we are telling them to live life and love it. You see me I say, no
Yeah,
matter
man.
what circumstances you feel like you're in, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, and Jesse Spice it royal.
Man, I tell you, man, the man went in, man, all in.
As an artist, how do you source out other artists who you feel would complement your album the right way?
Yeah, so you don't know, Jesse is a great artist, sing positive music like myself, and it was an idea from Wesley, big up Wesley, you know what I mean? Part of the management team, he thought that me and Jesse would make a great song, and he was right. You see me I say, me and the Beanie Man now, you don't know, long time I want to collab with him, and Digital One made it happen. You see me I say, I care, you don't know, great singer, like our song, and we just do a song together. So, and then we have a collab with The Angel. So it's all about, sometimes the artists are my friends, and sometimes I just hear an artist and say, yo, we don't like a collab with that artist, you know what I mean?
Right.
The good thing about collabs, tell me if I'm right or wrong, is that they get your fans and you get theirs when you do a collab. So you kind of double the thing.
Right.
Is that one of the reasons? And if that is so, have you ever asked an artist to do a collab and them say, no, star, I'm on not gonna bother with us up.
Yeah, it bridge the gap, like the radio station bridge, yeah? It kind of bridge the thing, it make that artist know about you know, if them never know about you, and vice versa, you know what I mean? And then now, we never reach out to an artist yet and then turn me down, you know? Because, you see, G-Whizz now, in very, you know what I mean? Article in the street.
Yeah.
You see me I say, and a lot of artists just rate the eye naturally. You see me I say,
I believe you.
yeah, man.
Nobody never look for you and say, boy, I gotta put in some more work. You know?
Yes,
You're not ready yet, you know?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
But them can't try that with you because you're boss with a big song.
Tell you, and
that.
then we just keep it article
moving.
same way. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So what's next in the pipelines in terms of this album? Any shows, any concert, tours, anything like that?
Yeah, so I just full speed ahead with this album, you know, because it have 16 great tracks, you know, and it released since year February 2020. So you know what I mean, we have a lot more promotion to do on this album. You see me I say, and then it comes back to how the world big and how the music can spread far and wide. So right now I'm in talk with some people in Australia, but the next side I heard that, you know. You see me I say, and you know what I mean, that's in the pipeline. So, and then apart from that, some more state in the US, you know what I mean, what you want to go on, and maybe touching the Caribbean, and just highlight the album, you know, just winning.
So how is it doing so far?
You know, it's great. It's gaining some streams. You know what I mean? The Beanie Man collab, the Jesse Royal, and people need to check out the Jesse Royal video. You know, G-Whizz Jesse Royal is out right now on my G-Whizz Vivo. We went to Portland and shoot a nice clean video for it.
You know? Portland are my place.
Yeah, bap.
Yeah,
I tell them I love the parish, man. Yo, different vibe Portland game, man. You know, and we have a next video of the album, Just Winning. So it's going good so far, mama.
Nice. The Afro beats. I find that the Afro beats are very, very popular amongst listeners. What the Afro beat that you have, is it you alone or you collab with any of the African artists?
The song Violate, I just me alone, man.
Oh, that one there. Oh.
Yeah, man, she Violate. Yeah, that of the Afro sound, man, you know?
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, man.
I got you. All right, nice.
Yeah, man, continue to do what you're doing, my brother. We like what you're doing right now. And as far as artists coming up in the business, do you have any words of encouragement for them, just to, you know, get them to where you are, to, you know, experience longevity?
Yeah, man, the young artists coming up right now. No, me young too, what me I say?
New artists.
Yeah,
New artists.
the new artists right now. They want to understand, say, you have like 1 million artists bus already at Jamaica, you know. I have 2 million a try bus, you know. You see me I say, so the business get very competitive. But here the good thing now, at 2022 now. So it's not like what day back in the days when it was more difficult. You know, you have social media, you have a lot of streaming platform where you can actually produce your own music and sell your own music. You see me I say,
everything is at the tip of your fingers.
All right. Yeah. So you have to just use up the technology where we have now, push yourself out there, and when you do your thing for weeks, months and years, and you feel like you're not reach, just believe in yourself and keep pushing, you know what I mean?
How about getting a 9 to 5 and keep pushing?
That me they do. Me make sure balance my thing. You see me I say, me they go look me 9 to 5, and as me say, me they balance the music. So it was 9 to 5, talent contest. 9 to 5, get a little gig on the weekend, go sing some song. 9 to 5. You see me I say? So that's a good idea.
Yes, I think so too. Before you come off though, Beau-Regard, you know, one of the reasons why me just love to talk to Beau-Regard on the Global Connection is that me just listen keen if you hear the tune and when I play with me you want. So you're what we're going now. I am going to ask Beau-Regard to send me that collab with yourself and Jesse Royal because it is right up my
What do you,
street.
mama, man? You get the whole album, man.
There you go.
You name Mama Elise.
There you go.
You don't speak, choose or refuse. But Beau-Regard, I send you the exclusive though. And then me, I got send you the next exclusive. Yeah.
Say a word.
Speaking of social media, how can our listeners reach out to you and follow you and see what it is that you're doing in what platforms do they go?
Yeah. All right, so that would be G-Whizz Music, and that is GWHIZZ, yeah, or ZZ, the American name says ZZ, MUSIC Music. That's on Instagram, Facebook, and then the G-Whizz Vivo. Please go over there and, you know what I mean, subscribe and look out for the new thing, them, you know?
See. You were here for Labor Day weekend. What did you do for the weekend, brother?
Oh, Labor Day weekend. That was what? The Monday, right?
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, the whole weekend was Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, so we've been up and down, you know what I mean, promoting the album. But Labor Day weekend now, we just dig a link some family in the Bronx and you don't know, yeah, all
So
like a vibe, eh?
So when last you come to Jamaica?
No. I was in Jamaica all along, mama. I came up like a week ago.
Oh,
you know what I
okay.
mean?
Did you
So
get
I
that
do
sure?
like, nah, man. When I tell you when me there, yeah, man, a same station, man. I know me up here, so you know what I mean? Cause one correction.
All
you
right.
see? So we had like 2 weeks what a promo in the US here, and then we touch back a yard, you know?
Oh, okay, I got you.
Nice. Yeah, man, bless up yourself, G-Whizz. Continue to do what you're doing, my brother. Continue to give the people them music that makes them feel good, music that inspires and motivate them.
Yeah.
And just be yourself, my general.
Yeah, man.
Like you said, it's very competitive right now.
Yeah. It's a very important thing you said a while ago. Be yourself. Be yourself. That is important because no matter where you go on, no matter the noise around you, bro, be yourself. You see it.
I think that solved the problem to what you just said a while ago when you were giving the youngsters advice. There are so many people out there that trying to find a niche that you have to be yourself because that's the only thing you want to have.
Definitely. Exactly. And then, you know, we have a follow fashion thing about we, if a man boss with a certain tune, I say a certain things, I guarantee you gonna hear about 10 more tune, I say the same thing.
Nika,
because a man there say, a man there say, true. Because a man there gonna say, alright, that man boss with that topic, I try a fight. True, man.
It's so much easier to be yourself too.
So much easier, bro. Just try to be unique and you never can tell, bro, because uniqueness is power, you know?
Yes. True indeed. Well, bless up the people in my yard and here in the United States.
Yeah, Jamaica, Wagwan Jamaica. You see me? Yo, me a yardy man. You see me I say?
No, but I mean, when I'm in Jamaica,
yeah. We just start to again, you know? Yeah, man. Wagwan. You don't know we're there, in the Irie Jam, you know. So big up Irie Jam every time, man. You don't know school just start back a yard. So me say, the traffic crazy down there. What going down there, mama car? Or the traffic's there?
You know, so this morning when I came in, who asked me about traffic? Ashan asked me about traffic, but it wasn't bad. I was expecting a whole heap of traffic, but it wasn't bad this morning.
Well, get more 3-4 more days. You see?
Yeah, look here.
So,
no, you go on.
Yeah, man. So the great thing is we have a lot of youths that's back into school right now. That is good. You know what I mean? Off of the road, cut out some of my idleness. You see me? I say. So we just want the people them live in love and build the thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Go ahead, mama.
No, we're going to seal off now, but I was just going to ask you if you could have just seal off with it. I know it sounds selfish, but if you could have just seal off with the G-Whizz and the Jesse Ryan.
Yeah.
No problem, Mama Kelly. You know that. Jamaica, bless up on yourself.
New York, bless up yourself.
Bless up.
Here's a Jesse Royal alongside G-Whizz. Well, G-Whizz featuring Jesse Royal. Yeah.
Pleasure talking to you, G-Whizz.
Bless up, mama.
Right.
See you soon.
Yes. Big Jones.